Hi everyone, I'm Satna Puru, your brand superhero, and with me today is the lovely Lucy McCaraha, who is my publisher of my book Let's Get Visible, just over there, and my friend and mentor, and I've been part of your mastermind over the last year. Lucy has just recently also done a rebrand with me, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Sapna, and thank you for inviting me to talk to you. This is lovely. Yes, I am the founder and CEO of Book Magic AI and the founder of Rethink Press. And as you say, I run a women's mastermind and a women's Facebook group. And I've been promoting women and writing their books for the last 6 years or so. And that's what it's grown out of, working with women in women only spaces. So that's what we've been, and that's what we've been working on together.
Yeah, and I have to say that it was your book, ABOO. I know we've kind of rebranded that, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But it was your book, A Book of One's Own, which I went to your book launch, and you were talking about women and publishing and how women's books aren't seen as seriously as men's, or reviewed as highly, or sold for as much. And it kind of put a fire in my belly to write my own business book, actually. And so I have to thank you for that, because I think without you, that book definitely wouldn't have got written. But let's fast forward to today. So you've had the ABOO group, and now you've gone for a rebrand. Tell me about that. So tell me about ABOO and where it was before and why you wanted to rebrand.
Yeah, well, ABOO, which is the acronym for A Book of One's Own, if you hadn't worked that one out, is a strange name. That came about because when the first year of the Business Book Awards, which I founded in 2018, we ended up, although I have to say, I had a gender balanced judging panel and I thought everything was, very fair and equitable. We ended up with, in the first set of awards, with 11 white male winners. Of course, that doesn't detract from how good they were. They were fantastic. But, I thought that could not be right. So I made it my mission, and I did call it a mission back then, to get more women to write their books, to be more confident about writing their books, getting them published, putting them out there. And that's why I wrote the book, A Book of One's Own. And I started essentially a Facebook group called ABOO. And also I started running women only book writing groups, programs, and you joined the first one. And I'm really delighted that, it was so exciting. You were one of the first my first result uh, of getting books out there, which is fantastic. And, now I kind of feel that work is done in a way, because the Business Book Awards gets 50-50 entries from men and women authors. Women get as many of the awards as men, and I feel that that push has done its work. So the mastermind group that developed out of that is nothing to do with books. It's I take 12 women in a mastermind situation for a year, me and Michaela Brown, who works with me, and well, we just work on their businesses, their whatever is whatever their issues are, and try and help them to develop, grow, envision new pathways forward. And that we did a review of the 2024 mastermind a few weeks ago.
I was a part
And
of.
yes, that you were obviously, yes, sorry, that you were part of. And it just became clear that what we had actually been doing, it kind of crystallized that what we had been doing was working on every member's vision and a mission. And everybody in the group had moved forward because they either had the next stage of their big life mission, or they had a new mission for a new situation. They'd found a new market, they'd developed a new product, they'd had a new piece of thought leadership develop. But the thing that held it all together was a sense of mission. So I thought that's how I need to be focusing the mastermind. That's what I need to call it. That's what I need to call people into. So then, of course, it needed a rebrand, and who else was I going to come to for that but you, Sapna?
Thank you very much. So yeah, so that was the kind of story of how, and now it's called the Mission Mastermind,
Yeah,
right? And you've got Mission Magic as well. So that brand is what was formerly the ABOO Group. Is that
that's right.
correct? And then,
Yes.
yeah. Now we've got Mission Mastermind, which is the 12 women that you're going to have.
Yes, that's right. Yes, exactly. The mastermind will be that. And the bigger group is, I'm calling it Mission Magic because I kind of have I have history with the word magic. So I've been using the word book magic for a long time.
Yeah.
And the writing app, that the book writing app that we founded is called Book Magic. And the book I've just written, which will be launching soon, is called Book Magic. So I just feel that, I just feel it feels right to me. So Mission Magic is the kind of overview of what I want to be bringing to the world at the moment.
It's your mission.
It's
Um,
my mission, exactly.
So let's talk about the actual, obviously you chose me because you know me and know, like, and trust, and you know my work, which was lovely. But how did you find, I mean, when we talked about the rebrand beforehand, I know you sort of came to me and you said, I don't want a whole brand, so no, I just need logo, colours and fonts. And I said, oh, that's not really what I do, Lucy. You have to do the whole thing with me because I build brands. I don't. So I just wanted to know what you felt that experience was on the day because we actually did go through the whole process.
We
And by
did.
the first
Yeah.
half of the day, you were like, ah, I get it now. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I mean, Sapna, the first thing to say is it was fantastic. I loved it. We actually did it in two chunks because of our various scheduling issues. So we
mhm,
did 4 hours on a Friday and then 4 hours on a Monday, which actually worked incredibly well for me because I'm somebody who I can get overwhelmed with ideas and I need processing time. So sometimes, I know you do full branding days and I'm sure that's brilliant for lots of people, but I feel that might have been too much for me. So for me, the cutting it in half business was perfect. And also I had the weekend to kind of process the first part. But it was brilliant. Going through the whole process, I realized how wrong I was about thinking I could sort of have a cheap and cheerful version of just, do me a logo and that'll be all I need. It was so helpful to go through your vision process and really unpick what I wanted to be doing with I mean, it's more than just branding. It's not just colors and fonts and logos. It is so much more that you take us through. And in a way, it's like, it's kind of very similar to what I do when I unpack people's books with them. And you
mm.
can't just say, oh, I'm going to write the book and, here's my title, let's go. It doesn't work well like that. So you were absolutely right to make me go through your process properly. And I am absolutely delighted with the results.
Thank
So
you. Yeah, I mean, I think what was really interesting was watching you and Michaela kind of having these light bulb moments whilst we were going through the process and the vision process. The first three steps, none of it's to do with design. We're not designing, it's just about getting real clarity on what is your big vision and mission and what's your client's big mission and what are your brand values. And it's you probably had a lot of those things in your head, and you kind of know them inherently, but you probably what we need to do is download them so that we can translate that into the brand.
exactly. And also we may have had them in our heads, but I think it really helps to unpack them and surface them. And in my case, actually see things written down. So we got a fantastic strap line for the mastermind, which
Mm.
is from experience to brilliance. And that absolutely encapsulates what the mastermind does over a year, but it also focuses on our market. So, I'm not the mastermind is not for young women starting their businesses. It is for experienced entrepreneurs who want to move from a place of experience to absolutely shine with brilliance. And that, it's sort of, it sounds very simple, but that strap line, worked out through your branding process and, was really, really exciting to us.
Thank you. And I know you said, oh, this is going to take ages doing the strap line. And I was like, actually, by the time it naturally just sort of fell out of the process, didn't it? And
I did,
people
yes,
all
totally. I mean, I got everything back to front. I thought, oh well, we can just do a logo and stuff, and that will be quick. And that wasn't quick at all. That took all that work. And then I thought, yes, it always takes me so long to get, either a subtitle for a book or a strap line, and yet because we'd done that work, the strap line just, kind of fell into place. So it was, yeah, that your process works brilliantly.
thank you. And so we went through the design part of it. And how did you find that? Because it was I always sort of say I'm the guide. I'm not the designer really, because every decision is made by you and Michaela. So we did with two of you. How did you find that kind of as it was coming together?
I found that fantastic because I suppose because I'm a publisher and I've sort of done a bit of design all my life, really badly and amateurishly, but I sort of know some basic principles and I can fiddle about with a bit of design. And so so what was really nice was to see you work really professionally to get the ideas that I could have put onto a PowerPoint slide and messed around with and look a bit crap to a beautiful logo, title, and the precision and the professionalism that you have and the experience was just it just was fantastic. So I mean, even while we were going through the words mission mastermind and mission magic, we picked a font, but it wasn't just a font that was we didn't just use that font. You designed some of the letters so that they were different, so it's very bespoke. It's beautiful. And we've got two, I don't know if you've got it anywhere. We could maybe show it, but it's the two S's in mission kind of
Mhm.
interlink, and for us that sort of represents arm in arm, the sisterhood. And the end of magic, the C is quite big and not that broad. So it sort of looks like a new moon and there's a star or a sparkle on the eye. So it looks like, I mean, I don't think people will pick all that up as they look at it. But it's sort of there, it's in it, it's integral, and it means that to us as well. So it's really and I couldn't possibly, despite my kind of years in publishing, I'm not a designer. I don't have your experience and background and your ability to, manipulate visuals. So it was just beautiful to watch it work and see it, kind of pop into existence.
Yeah, thank you. Um, so you've just launched the brand today, wasn't it? When we
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, no, I changed the Facebook group and last night, and yes, today we've been posting about. Oh, and I've been, yes, working on our website, which you've also been sort of keeping an eye on, and which I'm thrilled with, and I'm not sure you love all of it, but I do.
it's the start. The brand has just been born, so it will iterate over time as well. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But and people have been loving it so far, you said.
Yes, they have. I mean, I've a lot of the last year's group are staying on in the mastermind for this year. So I've been sort of sharing it with them. And their response has been terrific. They have loved it. They have said that it absolutely incorporates everything that they felt about this year's mastermind, last year's mastermind, and want to see in next year's mastermind. So that's been great. And everyone who's seen it, people have I've only posted things last night and this morning, and already people are saying, "Oh, it's beautiful, it's great." So that's really. Thrilling. Can I just share what our website looks like at the top, because I can just show you what the can you see that? So there are the lovely S's interlinked,
Oh, yes.
and the that one hasn't got the C at the end. That's
Yeah, that's
maybe I can share anyway. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's simple, but it's very elegant. I sort of knew that I wanted. I've always. I mean, I only ever wear black and white, so that is kind of like, it's a bit my personal brand as well. This, so
mm,
black and white and gold is lovely, and you added in some sort of warm fawns, and which I think just of was the background to this. But oh, and I love these. You found some lovely little avatars, some women avatars, which I just love. So I put those into the website too. So I'll stop going on about that now. Um, but yeah, no, it's really been an absolute thrill to work with you and get this, kind of created in this
thank you.
way.
It's been lovely to work with you again, and this time with me doing something for you. So thank you very much for your time today, Lucy. Have you got any last words or
Oh,
just
well, if there are any women watching that who want to take their themselves and their business from experience to brilliance in the next 12 months, we have got 4 places left on the 2025 Mastermind, and so do get in touch if you'd like to, and hopefully Sapna will say it's a good thing to be on.
it's a fantastic thing to be on. Thank you. And I'll see you very soon. Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Sapna. Bye.